It sounds like it's going to be a fun story.
Yeah, when my first takeoff, I added so much right rudder as I lift off because I'm used to doing that on the single.
Hi, I'm Amy Diaz with First Landings Aviation, and this is the inaugural episode of Checkride Tales. I'm joined with Daniel Borquez, who just completed his multi-engine checkride with Idalo Masi. Next week, we'll be at Sun and Fun, so stay tuned for the latest aviation news. So we're here with Daniel Borquez. You just passed your check ride. How does it feel? What's going through your head right now?
It feels good to finally get it out of the way. That's what I've been training for, so it feels good.
So walk me through the moment your examiner said the words, "Good job, Captain," and you knew that you passed.
As we were flying back to Apopka, he was pretty happy with everything that I did as far as like the maneuvers and stuff. And after every maneuver, he said, good job, many times. So that kind of got me thinking, okay, I'm doing okay.
You got that
He's liking it so far.
positive reassurance throughout the ride. So thinking back on your training, what would you say was the biggest challenge that you had to overcome?
The biggest challenge is like so far from the beginning to where I'm at now, staying motivated.
Yeah.
It's very easy to, lose motivation as you go because it doesn't get any easier. It only gets harder and harder the further you go. And you kind of have to keep your goals in your mind and just get focused on it. That was kind of hard for me too. Still
and what
hard.
helped you stay motivated?
My end goal, and thinking about I don't want to go back to working what I used to do. I want a change. There's nobody really in my family that's done anything that you can say, wow, she's a doctor or whatever. I'm the only crazy one that's like trying to be a pilot here. So
Awesome. So if you could go back and give yourself advice from day one, what do you think would be the best piece of advice that you could give yourself?
study more, I guess. Do a lot more studying, and which I'm not too bad at studying, but like do my research on what to expect as I'm coming into training. I didn't really do a whole lot of that. I just decided I'm going to start today, and then I came in, and then I just started going. I didn't really have any expectations as to how was it going to be throughout the training. It kind of like went along as I was going, learning as I go and see, okay, so this is how this works,
Okay. What part of your training would you say surprised you the most? Or was the most unexpected?
Unexpected, I think, instrument. Instrument.
Why was that so unexpected?
There's a lot of things that you have to learn, a lot of things, especially when you're doing approaches and stuff. I didn't think it was going to be as difficult when it comes to that. Every approach is different. There's different altitudes, different fixes and stuff, different ways of entering an approach procedure. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than that. I thought planes just come in and land and that's it, but that's not really how it works.
And was there a moment that you feel like everything kind of finally clicked?
So far, commercial. Yeah. Commercials, the maneuver get a little bit more sensitive as to like precision. You have to be very precise with the airplane, so you kind of have to feel the airplane as you go. You don't just, okay, I'm going to back 10 degrees. You got to do whatever the airplane needs at that moment, right? Because the winds are different every single day. So
you have to be able to adjust.
Yeah,
really quickly,
adjust to
right?
the conditions of the day and everything.
Awesome. Who would you say helped you get here? Family, friends, the team here at First Landings?
I will say, yeah, First Landing has helped me out a lot. Craig, since day one, has helped me out a lot, I remember the first day I walked in here. You sat down, Craig sat down with me, and he talked to me about the program, and I was actually the winner back then of the Bravo Busters membership.
Oh, cool.
So they gave me that, so that helped me a lot, right? And I also got a scholarship from First Landings that covered my instrument check ride.
That's awesome.
Instrument or commercial, one of the two. But yeah, that has helped me out a lot. Yeah, and then all the instructors there, I've pretty much flown with every single instructor here, and each of them have something that they have provided for me as far as knowledge, the techniques to like get my maneuvers better, get flying better and stuff like that. So it's just like a kind of like a family. Everybody helps out together.
And what would you say is next for you in aviation? What are your goals?
So right now I gotta get my CFI done, and then still gotta do MEI as well and my CFII, and hopefully become a flight instructor and help other people that are coming in day one, kind of like I did, and get them going, and then hopefully one day be in the airlines or have a good job or something like that.
Awesome. So your goal is airlines ultimately.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, whatever comes at the moment, but airlines has been the goal.
Awesome. Okay, so you just completed a check ride for your multi-engine rating. So let's focus on some questions kind of around that area. So your first time with asymmetric thrust, what did that feel like?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird because being it's something that you kind of have to get used to. When you simulate an engine failure, it's actually the factors that you feel they're there. Like there's no way you can feel them. You can definitely feel that engine producing power and the other one is not, and it does affect the aerodynamics of the plane a lot and the handling characteristics of it. You actually feel it, and you have to correct for that. It's a real thing. It's not just say it on paper. It's actually a real thing. At first, it's weird. You're like, oh, what's going on? But then you kind of like start to maneuver and do what you got to do.
Okay. And kind of along those lines, what was the hardest engine out scenario for you to master?
I believe flying the approach simulated single engine, because you still have to fly the approach, and you also have to maintain directional control as you go. You know, you can't really bust any minimums, altitudes or whatever. You still got to meet your altitudes. You still got to make sure you're doing the approach properly and not get below VMC, which that'll be an issue if you do, because you'll lose directional control. So you still got to maintain control of the airplane with an engine out, land with an engine out, and do the approach. So that can be a little bit tax saturated. Yeah.
Okay. So walk me through that moment in training when you finally trusted yourself with a single engine performance.
When I was doing my cross countries for a commercial, there's a couple times that I went out by myself. My commercial long cross country, which was about 5.5 hours long. You know, that's when I started to realize I can do this, because I didn't really have a choice at that point, you know.
Yeah.
I got to do it. And I'm over here flying. I took off that day like around 6 p.m., so I was flying at night as well. And, you know, seeing what I can do. It was a weird experience, but it was cool at the same time. There was nobody there to help me. I was by myself.
Yeah.
Something goes wrong, I got to figure it out.
So how did the DPE test your systems knowledge today?
So he went into the igniters, ignition system and everything in the plane. He wanted to know how that worked. He asked me about the coolant system as well. As in the Technum, we have air-cooled cylinders, and the cylinder heads are liquid. It's not the entire thing that's liquid cool, so how is it routed and everything. We went a little bit into how the constant speed propeller works. What else? Batteries, how many batteries we got and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot more things that you have to check flying a multi versus a single. There's a lot more components, so he went into all that for sure.
What's the biggest mistake you made early in multi-engine that you learned from? This sounds like it's going to be a fun story.
Yeah, when my first takeoff, I added so much right rudder as I lift off, because I'm used to doing that on the single. This plane doesn't need that at all. On the single, you kind of have to keep your right rudder in there as you're climbing out, because of all of the left turning tendencies on the plane. On this plane, you don't feel it as much. There's not that many left turning tendencies at all. So you kind of just have to keep your rudders straight with your heading and where you're going. And when I took off, like, I added so much right rudder, we started to like yaw to the right of the runway, and that's what happened.
But you recovered quickly.
Oh, yeah. Went back into runway heading and it was all good. But that was different. That's different.
Uh-huh. All right. And did you have a light bulb moment with VMC awareness or performance training?
What do you mean by a light bulb moment?
Just a moment where, I guess, things clicked.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it. I mean, as you're losing directional control of the plane, you're eventually going to run out of rudder, right? You keep adding rudder and trying to keep it straight. And eventually, you're just going to run out and you realize, hey, I'm about to lose directional control. I got to fix this. You definitely feel it at all.
Okay. And what does having multi-engine privileges change for you going forward?
I mean, as of right now, I'm not thinking about flying any multi-engine aircraft as of right now because I'm going to focus on CFI, but that's one rating that I needed to get either way. So kind of like get it out of the way type of thing.
Okay.
And then once I become an MEI, then I'll be more useful for me.
What's your favorite aviation smell?
Favorite aviation smell? I feel like the clouds kind of have a smell to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are these, like, can you describe it at all?
It's like, obviously, like moisture, but it's like wet, like sort of like a wet smell. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Okay, like a humidity kind of smell?
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely smell it when you're going through a cloud.
Interesting. Okay. And then worst or funniest moment in training?
Worst in training. I gotta think about that one a little bit.
Or funniest, whichever you prefer.
I've laughed with with all the instructors every time we're on a flight. You know, something weird happens and we just laugh about it. I guess when you hear some people on the radio and they say weird stuff, you just laugh. You know. Worst moment. When someone cuts you off in the pattern, that happens sometimes.
Okay.
You know, that's why you got to pay attention when you're coming in. There's a lot of people that are not doing things like they're supposed to, and it's on you, right? You're flying the plane. You got to keep situational awareness, stay away from everybody. It's not really, but it's your fault, or no, it's my fault. You kind of just got to get out of that mentality, and it doesn't matter whose fault it is. We just got to stay away from each other. Let's not collide type of deal. But it is pretty annoying when it happens.
That's fair. What's your call sign going to be?
Call sign? I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about that.
Haven't thought about it?
I had to think about that. That's a good question. I haven't thought about that at all.
Okay.
Speedy Gonzalez, probably. Coming in hot on final.
What's one aviation myth you learned is totally false?
I got to think about that one too. I haven't really aviation myth. Something that's false. I don't know. I got to think about that one.
$100 hamburger ain't $100.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's true. That's true. A $100 hamburger. It's not $100. You still got to pay for the plane, right? It adds up. It's not. Oh, there you go. It's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap. So yeah.
Okay. And then what is your bucket list airport you would want to land at?
Key West for sure. I haven't been there yet.
Okay.
I haven't been to Key West. Maybe Bahamas
Okay.
too. Yeah, Bahamas will be nice.
Yeah. Nice view when you're landing, definitely, of the
Yeah.
water.
Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah, that's true. Puerto Rico. I think Puerto Rican is number one
Okay.
because you could definitely see the island as you're coming in. Yeah, it's pretty tiny.
All right. Now, just a couple of closing questions for you. What did you learn about yourself through training?
That I can do this. You know, I've had a lot of doubt throughout the training. Whether am I gonna be able to be as good as everybody else? You know, you have instructors here that are very knowledgeable and they seem to have everything figured out, and you're just a student. You're like trailing behind them, trying to catch up to their knowledge. It takes time. I feel like I could do it. I mean, I've gotten this far, so there's no doubt now.
Awesome. And where do you see yourself as a pilot in 1 year?
In 1 year, building hours. Building hours. I don't know where I don't think I'll be in the airlines in a year.
Right.
Who knows? But I don't think so. It'll take more time.
Okay. What do you want listeners to remember from your story?
If you have a goal or if you have a dream, don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you that you're crazy. It happened to me. Right? Mm-hmm. And you kind of have to put all those negative comments in the back and just trust yourself. Trust yourself and trust that you can do it, and then just go for it. Don't think about it too much because you don't have a whole life. Life goes by pretty quick. Mm-hmm. And some people end up in their 50s, 60s regretting, oh, maybe I should have done it, you know? So trust your gut. Whatever you want to do. Doesn't have to be aviation, but whatever you want to do, don't think about it. Just do it, and we'll see what happens. All
right. Well, those are all of my questions. Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me, and congratulations again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We look forward to seeing you on the next episode from First Landings Aviation.